Good day, everybody, and welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me again. So we are going to do a series on measurement. Today we are going to discuss the area and the perimeter of squares, rectangles, and triangles. When calculating the perimeter of a regular polygon, we often use a formula. I hope you can still remember what a regular polygon is. But what is a formula first? A formula is an equation containing symbols and numbers to do a specific calculation. Now, if we look at a regular polygon, for example, a square, all four sides of the square are equal in length. So if you need to find the perimeter of the square, you can multiply the length of the side by 4, right? Because it's all the same. Square, they're all the same. So if you've got this length, you just multiply it by 4. So the formula for the perimeter of a square is, for example, P equals 4L, 4 times the length. Okay. A rectangle has two opposite sides that's equal. Remember, that's an irregular polygon. And to find the perimeter, you just add the length and the breadth and you multiply it by 2. Like this is our rectangle. Okay, that is the same. These ones are the same. So if you've got this one, you take that and this and you multiply it by 2. So the formula would be like P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the breadth, or 2 times in brackets the length plus the breadth. Now a triangle, if we want to determine the perimeter of a triangle, we just add the lengths of the 3 sides and make sure that we are working in the same measurement. And this is so important. This will apply to everything. Always make sure, and that is how your teacher is going to catch you out, right? She's going to change the measurement of the sides and see if you notice that. So please be aware. Okay, so if we look at these triangles, in a scalene, now you remember a scalene, none of the sides are the same. If we want to work out the perimeter, we're going to just add A plus B plus C there. And that will give us the perimeter in whatever the unit, say for example, centimeters. Okay. In the case of an equilateral triangle, the perimeter will be 3 times A. Why? Do you understand why? Exactly, because in an equilateral triangle, all 3 sides are the same. So if we've got the length of this, we just multiply it by 3 to get the answer, say for example, in centimeters. Right. Now, let me do 2 examples on a square and a rectangle. So if one side of a square measures 10 centimeters. So say for example, this side is 10 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the square? So remember our formula? All sides are the same as a regular polygon. So it's just going to be 10 times 4, which will be 40 centimeters. And then the rectangle, we are going to say the length is 15 centimeters. The breadth is 8 centimeters, but we know that this side and this side is the same, that side and that side is the same, right? So what is the perimeter? Perimeter is going to be 2 times the length plus the breadth, which is 2 times 15 plus 8, 2 times 23 or 46 centimeters. If we do it the other way around, we say it's 2L plus 2B, so it's 2 times 15 plus 2 times 8, it's 30 plus 16, and we get to the same answer. Okay, now this is just a slide that you've seen before, but it's just a reminder. The perimeter of any polygon is the distance around its outside. Perimeter is a length that you measure in millimeters, centimeters, meters, or kilometers. But please remember, to change a kilometer to a meter, you times it by 1,000, a meter to a centimeter is times 100, and a centimeter to a millimeter is times 10. Okay, now let's do an exercise. So I want you to please pause, you know the drill, and do it, and then I'll see you after you've tried it yourself. Okay, cool. A square. The side of the square is 40 millimeter. So what is the perimeter of this square? Yes, so we know it is 4 times 40, and the perimeter would be 160 millimeters. So we check that the measurement is the same, so we can just multiply it by 4. Now in a rectangle, they ask us to work out the perimeter. The length is 50 millimeters, the breadth 30. We see this again, the measurement is the same. So all we're going to have to do is 2 times 50 and 2 times 30. This is going to give us 160, so it's 160 millimeters. An equilateral triangle. One side equals 50 millimeters. Again, we're going to check. Measurement is the same. So all we know, an equilateral triangle is 3 times 50. It is 150 millimeters. Now, a square. They give you the perimeter of the square is 4.26 meters. And they ask you to give the answer of a side in centimeters. So what are we going to do if you look at this one? To get from a meter to a centimeter, we have to multiply it by 100. So we're going to move this 2 places. So it's 426 centimeters. We're going to divide this by 4. And our answer is 106.5 centimeters. And then the last one, they give you the perimeter of 66 centimeters. The breadth is 12 centimeters, so they ask you to work out the length. Okay, we check again, it's all in centimeters. So now we know if the breadth is 12 times 2 will be 24. We say 66 minus 24 will give us 42. And this divided by 2 will give us 21. So our length will be 21 centimeters. How did you guys do? I hope very well. Right. Let's do another example. The perimeter of a regular hexagon. So you remember a hexagon? 6 sides. A hexagon, so it's 6 sides, and they're all the same. Okay. So the regular hexagon is 108 meters. Find the length of one side. So all we're going to do is 108 divide by 6, and that is going to give us 18 meters. We must just make sure that we keep the unit the same. Okay, so then they ask us the perimeter of a regular pentagon with each side measuring 6.5. So I hope you can remember a pentagon has got 5 sides. Okay, so they ask us to find the perimeter, and one side is 6.5. So all we're going to do is 6.5 times 5, and it's going to be 32.5 meter will then be the perimeter of the regular pentagon. Okay, now let's do area. We've done perimeter, area. The area of a square is the length times the length square. So this is very important. I put it at the bottom. Remember, your answer with any area will always be in units squared. You must just remember this. Okay, so the area is then length times the length is length to the power of 2. A rectangle, you just multiply the length and the breadth, and your answer will be in meter or centimeter or millimeter square. And your triangle, that's logical, right? Because it's just the half of a rectangle. Can you see? So then the formula would be a half of a rectangle. So that's why it's length times breadth over 2. The best way to do this is just to do some examples. So they ask us to calculate the area of a triangle if the base is 9 and the height is 4. So it's a little bit longer. The base is 9 and the height is 4. So they ask us to work out the area of this triangle. Okay? So remember our formula, length times breadth over 2. So it's 9 times 4. So we check the centimeters. 9 times 4 over 2. It's 36 over 2. So it is 18 centimeter square. And if you have to calculate the area of the rectangle, if the length is 11 centimeters, the breadth is 6 centimeters, like that. Again, a centimeter, so we know we have the same. So your formula is length times breadth, so it's 11 times 6, so it's 66 centimeters square. Right, now your turn. Calculate the breadth of a rectangle with a length of 140 millimeters and the area 98 centimeters. Please make sure that you look at your measurement. Millimeters, centimeters. So what are you going to do first? Change the 140 millimeters to centimeters. And what do? You just divide it by 10, so this is going to be 14 centimeter. So now all we have to do, we just put whatever we have in our formula. So we know that the area is 98 and the formula is length times breadth, and we have got 14. Okay? So all we have to do is to get the length will be 98 divided by 4, and that will give us 7. So this will be, the answer will be 7 centimeters. Okay, right. Calculate the length of one side of a square with the area 64 meters square. Now this should make you so happy, because remember way back when we did whole numbers and squares and exponents, I said it's important on your multiplication chart to just like memorize the first 10 or 12 square numbers. So the minute you see a square number, you recognize it, right? And you remember the formula of a square is like length times length. So here they say the answer of this is 64, and you know the square of this is 8. So 64 divided by 8 will give you 8. So your answer is 8 meters. But please note that if you give the area is in square, like for example that area, there should have been a square, centimeter square, but then if you have to work back to find the one side, you're only going to either give it in centimeters, meters, millimeters, then you're not going to repeat the square. Okay, square sign. I hope you understand why. And if you don't, please go over these notes again and make sure that you get that. Right. So, I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson, and then I'll see you next time.